Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series, Interviews with Disciples and Devotees. Today we're very honored to have Rekha.
Thank you.
Namaste,
Namaskar.
Rekha.
Namaskar.
And what we always do, Rekha, is I always ask first how you heard of Sri Aurobindo and Mother. Please share with us.
Okay. First, I came in contact with the mother in 1976. That time I was in Calcutta. But my profession started with as a school teacher. One day, when I was coming back from my school at about 4 p.m. after school hour, one of my colleague was with me, coming back to my house. So my colleague was with me. She also was school teacher. She told me, "Come, Rekha, you come to our house today." So I became very happy, and I went to her house. There, I first saw the photo of the mother, and was hanging on the wall. Then I asked, "Who was she?" Then she told, "She's the mother." I asked her, "Mother? Your mother?" Then she told everything in detail about the mother, about Sri Aurobindo, about Pondicherry Ashram.
But you didn't see any picture of Sri Aurobindo.
I knew Sri Aurobindo as a freedom fighter. I knew him long time. Since long time I knew him as a freedom fighter.
Of course, yes, Bengali
Yes.
freedom fighter. Yeah.
From my childhood, I knew him.
Oh.
Yes. But
So what happened next then?
that day she told me in details, but I was so much interested, and she told in such a way that I automatically became interested. So next day also I went to her house and asked, "Please tell me about the mother and Sri Aurobindo." Again, she told about the mother and Sri Aurobindo, and about the ashram also I became very interested. Day by day, my interest grew more. Then lastly, I decided I shall come here. So I told, one day we shall come. We shall visit Pondicherry, ashram, Samadhi, everything. Then we planned many times, but every time our plan postponed. Because she has 2 children, husband, mother-in-law. She had lots of burden. So many times our plan postponed. And lastly, I decided that I shall come alone. And lastly, I came alone.
And you were very young then, still? 20s?
No, after 30 I came.
After
Because
30.
I wait 10 to 12 years, I wait for her coming. But she had no time what to do. I came alone lastly. But before coming, I got some information. Before coming here, I booked cottage guest house.
Who did you meet when you first came?
When I first came, it was marvelous experience. When I came here first, I felt the atmosphere is so much peaceful and very calm and quiet. Everywhere, very calm and quiet as atmosphere. Whenever I went, very, very nice experience I had. But from the beginning, after coming here, I felt mother's help. Yes, I felt mother's help. And I felt so secure place it is. You can't imagine. I cannot express that. I have never experienced before like that. Then first I came to the ashram in inquiry. Then I asked, "Where is the cottage guest house?" And they gave me one map. But I opened the map to me, which side is east, which side is west, always same. So I came out from the ashram and asked somebody else. where is the cottage guest house? Then one foreigner was passing beside me. He just noticed and he came himself to me, asked, "May I help you?" Then I told, "Yes, I like to go to cottage guest house." Then he told me, "Okay, you come to it with me." I went with him and he took me up to the cottage guest house gate. And even he carried my luggage also, although I have very small luggage, and he carried my luggage also. Then he told, "It is cottage guest house, that is enquiry, you ask to the enquiry." My room was booked. They told, "You go to second floor." Yes, there one watchman was there. They carried my luggage and took me to the room which was fixed for me. And that cottage atmosphere also was so beautiful, full, nice smell, full building was full of intoxicating fragrance. Yes, because there was, still now, there is incense stick industries.
So, what did you do the next day?
Next day, I asked what to do now. I like to take food to the dining hall. They show me how to go, where to go. So I went to dining hall. I took my dinner. First I took lunch, then I took dinner. Then I decided, actually for 1 month I came here. So I thought 1 month I shall do service here. So I started service to press. I started giving service to the press from the beginning.
Oh, from the
Beginning I started.
And who did you know at the press?
That time Prabhat was there, Prabhat Bishwas. That time he arranged for this.
But you must have known many people at the press.
Yes, that time was Barinda, that time was Shomadi, that time Meenadi, Niharikadi, all were passed away.
But it seems to me from what you told me that you knew Ranga.
Yes, Rangada, that time Rangada was manager.
Ah.
Rangada was manager that time. And actually I came and gone back to my house for 7 consecutive years. Consecutive 7 years. I came for 1 month, I did service to the press, and lastly I decided I shall stay here.
What were you doing in the press?
First, when I came as a visitor, that time I did in proofreading section. Proofreading section, yes. Second time, when I came, that time I did in dispatch section. And third time when I came, I gave service to binding section. I did in binding section.
Now, who else did you meet in the ashram as you lived here for 1 month? Can you remember some people?
Yes, that time I went to Amal Kiran. First I went to Amal Kiran to pay my respect. But only for a few minutes. He asked me some question, what is my name, where I work, from where have I come. All those.
And anybody in
Yes,
the ashram?
yes.
Did you meet Narad Baran?
Nirodhar, I used to see him from far, but I didn't go to him because I always felt he is a big sadhak. If I go to him, he will be disturbed. So from far I used to see him. I enjoyed. And after some days, I went to Shahanadi. When second time I came, I went to Shahanadi. Shahanadi, that time was sick, very sick. Couldn't walk alone. With the help of somebody, she used to walk. But that time, I offered her one red rose. She took from me and gave sweet smile.
Did you talk with her at all?
Yes. She asked my name, then asked where I'm working, how many days I shall stay here. Then I also asked something, but one question still I remember. I asked, "Still do you sing? Still do you sing?" Then she told, "Yes, I have come with song. I shall go also with song."
Oh, how beautiful.
Yes.
Did you hear her sing?
No, that time she was very
Not that she
sick,
was
so
too
I
ill.
thought I shall tell her
Yeah,
to sing.
yeah.
But she was so sick, I felt shy to ask.
And what about Nolini?
Nolinita, when I came, before that Nolinita passed away. I have not seen Nolinita.
Ah. So what do you do now in the ashram?
Now still I'm working in the place.
I see.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
working in
many,
the place.
many years.
Yes, from the beginning, before coming here permanently, I started to do work in the press. Still I'm working to the press. But first when I joined, that time I joined to coordination section permanently when I joined. Coordination section, there I did very, very artistic work,
Oh,
very fine work.
I see you are an artist with your beautiful sari.
Thank you.
You painted it all.
Yes, it is my painting.
Oh. What
And
do you feel in the ashram now?
so many changed.
Please
From
share.
the press I'm starting. See, when I came first to the press in 1987, I came Pondicherry first time, 1987. That time, when I went to the press was very small
Ah,
and
yes.
dilapidated.
Really dilapidated.
That time, very small. And now building of the press is very, very big, very nice, very beautiful looking. Outside, from outside also it is looking good, inside also looking very good. And that time, worker means ashramite who used to do work in the press, very less. Oh no, very, very means a lot of people used to work. But nowadays very less, because that time machine was less. Nowadays many modern machines have bought by
To
our
do the
management.
work. Huh?
So automatically our manual work is less. So people also less.
So the machines
Most
do
of the yes,
they
yes.
do the binding also?
Yes. Binding section also. Most of the works are done nowadays by the machine.
I wanted to ask you if you
Another
could.
thing, press that time when I came first, there was no extension, there was no residential building for ladies. Now residential building for ladies and very, very big extension. And I stay now to the ladies residential building. And that is very beautiful. Balcony in front side, back side also balcony. If I sit to the balcony, I can spend whole day seeing the sea view. Because it is situated, our place is situated just beside the sea.
Rekha,
And I can see sunrise, yes, pardon. I can see sunrise, I can see sunset. Everything is visible. And open, very open area, open space, open sky,
Beautiful.
open air.
Could you share anything of your experiences with Mother or Sri Aurobindo?
Experience means
What you have felt?
I feel from the beginning that mother is always helping me, although I can't see her physically, but I feel always in every moment, if I keep open and if I keep faith, then all actually, so many times I have felt.
And Sri Aurobindo?
Yes, Sri after coming here, after 7 days, I had very excellent experience. That is very excellent.
With him?
Yes, that I don't. That I never imagined that I will have that much experience. This is exceptional.
Did you go out from ashram at any time? Or did you stay here all the time?
Yearly, sometimes I used to go, mostly 1 or 2 years interval, I used to go to Calcutta because my mother is still there. My brothers, sisters are there.
Have you been to Oroville?
Yes, I went to Auroville many times. I did meditation in Matrimondir.
In the chamber?
Yes, many
Wonderful.
times.
How
I
do
am
you
planning to go again.
How do you feel about the chamber?
So calm and quiet. It is another world. It is another world that is not the world where I am staying now. I felt atmosphere is heavenly atmosphere.
And the samadhi?
Samadhi, I go every day.
Every
Every
day.
day I go still now. When I was here, that time also I used to go every day. I was as a visitor. That time also I used to go every day, and still now mostly every day. Sometimes rainy season or if I sick, I can't go. Otherwise, I always.
What do you feel at the samadhi?
All thoughts vanish. All thoughts, what I have, vanish.
Vanish. That's very beautiful.
One experience other people had, what I not had. I didn't have that type experience. What I have heard, I shall tell you today.
Yes.
About our press. Press. There is one machine. You are asking about the machine, no?
Yes.
Modern machine has come. So many modern machines have come, but one old machine also is here still. That is Heidelberg machine. That machine came from Germany.
Yes.
Yes, that came from Germany, but before publishing bulletin, that machine was out of order. So what to do? Then only 1 or 2 days were in hand to publish bulletin. But that time, within few days, there was no mechanic available. No mechanic was available. So what to do? When someone came to the mother, someone went to the mother and told this and this happened, how we shall publish bulletin? Mechanic is not available. Then mother just heard, didn't tell anything. Then mother told, okay, you go back, I will see. They came back. On that very day, night, midnight, watchman was there. Every day before 10 o'clock, he used to close all those doors and windows, main door and binding sections, windows and doors, locked, all were locked, doors all were locked. So in midnight when he was sleeping, suddenly heard one sound. Then he got up, then he searched from where the sound is coming. He saw some people inside the binding section. There was dim light and transparent glass. Through this transparent glass, through the window, he saw some beings, some people, very short figure, and with white beard, white hair. They were doing something around the machine. But then and then he became very scared. He thought thieves have come. So then and then he called our manager. Manager then and then came running, and few people were there that time in the press. They also got up, but they saw from outside door was locked. All windows were locked. And so they searched everywhere. They didn't find anybody. But it was surprise. How they came, where they gone. Anyway, manager went back. Next day, it was noticed that machine is all right. Machine is all right. how this machine became all right, it was surprise. Everybody understood what is the real matter.
They went to Mother,
Yes,
and I understand that Mother said
send those beings.
those beings were
Gene,
genies,
gene.
genies, and they were for that particular machine
Only.
only.
I have heard, and the watchman who was there, he is so lucky. He has seen.
He has seen them. Yes, yes. Do you have any other stories that you can share with us? Because people love to hear these things.
One surprising incident, I know that Rabindranath Tagore came to meet Sri Aurobindo. That time he was in seclusion. From 1926 to 1950, he was inside the room and he never met anybody except Rabindranath Tagore, and other two French visitors came in 1947. The first he met Tagore with Tagore.
Oh, I want you to tell me as much as possible about Tagore.
About Tagore.
So many things we'd like to know.
That time, Tagore was on the way to England. When ship was crossing Pondicherry, that time Tagore, wrote one telegram to Sri Aurobindo. 3 words were there. Tagore desires meet. 3 words were there. Then he sent that telegram to Sri Aurobindo, and Nalini Kanta Gupta brought that telegram to Sri Aurobindo. And Sri Aurobindo gave permission. He was agreed.
And what happened?
And then Nalini Kanta Gupta went to receive Tagore from ship. But how from ship he will come down? It is very amusing picture. I saw the picture. Tagore was put in one barrel, then barrel was tied with rope, and holding that rope, they hung down up to the boat. Then the boat came to jetty. From jetty, Nalinida received him and took him to Sri Aurobindo.
And Sri Aurobindo wasn't seeing anyone.
Before, many times, because when Tagore came to Sri Aurobindo, that time he was allowed alone. Only Tagore was allowed. But Nalinida just was waiting outside of the door. And they had 20 minutes talk.
Oh.
20 minutes they talked. After that, when Tagore came out from the room, his eyes were full of tears. And he didn't talk 3 days with anybody. After going back to this ship, she didn't talk with anybody. But he wrote one essay. In that essay, he mentioned that 1907, I saw Tagore. That day, what I told, today also, I told the same thing. He wrote one poem, Namaskar, Bengali poem. That was very big poem. And first sentence was, Aurobindo Robindrer Laho Namaskar. That time, not Sri. Only he used to tell Aurobindo. Aurobindo Robindrer Laho Namaskar. It was translated in English. Rabindranath, O Aurobindo, bows to thee. And Sri Aurobindo also once told that Tagore has been a wayfarer towards the same goal as ours in his own way.
You like?
And he Tagore, yes, he wrote the same thing. Today also I told him, Aurobindo Robindre Laho Namaskar.
Do you like his poetry?
Yes, I like this poetry. It is very big poetry, and it was translated in English also. Once Dilip Kumar Roy recited this poem, and once it was published in Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram Patrika, Daily Patrika. Actually, Tagore wrote this poem inspired by Sri Aurobindo's arrest in the Vande Mataram sedition case. And that time this poem was very, very famous. It was published.
So you've told us about the.
And Tagore came in 1928, 1928, 29th May. And Tagore Tagore mentioned in that essay that 20 years before, when I saw him, what I told, today also I told the same thing. And I have read somewhere that when Sri Aurobindo was giving speech in Khulna, that time Khulna was in East Bengal. That we had divided East Bengal. That time it was, he was giving speech. That time Rabindranath was chairman there.
It's interesting also that Mother knew Tagore so well. Mother
Pardon?
was with Tagore in Japan.
Yes, in Japan, long, few days, he was with the mother. I think 7 days he was with the mother.
Do you feel Mother inside you or around you?
Inside me, always. When I am doing work, sometimes people remark, Rekha's work is very, very beautiful. Then I feel Mother has done, I have not done. So she's always, I feel she's always with me, inside me. And around also helping. First time, my experience was excellent, and that foreigner came himself and asked me, "May I help you?" and took my luggage also, carried my luggage also.
How do you feel Sri Aurobindo?
Sri Aurobindo, what I can express? Sri Aurobindo is beyond expression. We cannot reach actually so high. He is situated, his work, his thoughts, his philosophy, his future philosophy, and what he has written, sometimes can't understand also. So sometimes I feel he's beyond our reach.
What do you feel about Savitri?
Savitri, first when I started reading Savitri, actually I didn't understand much. But Mother has given me little capacity so that I can little understand.
What books do you...
And Mother gave me another work in the school.
Oh.
Not only press. Mother gave me in the school to teach, because when I came here, I heard Shobhadi is the in charge in music department. So I went to learn music. So I told that I like to learn song to you. Then she asked, have you learned before? I told, yes, I have learned. Then what you have learned? Everything in details she wanted to know. So I also told that I have already degree. I have degree. I have passed from Calcutta. I have degree in classical music. I have degree in Rabindra Sangeet also. Then she told, okay, what I shall tell you, what I shall teach you. You have already learned so many things. Then I told, I like to learn Mother Sri Aurobindo's song. Then she agreed. Then I started learning to her. But after some days, she called me. I went to her. She told, Rekha, can you take class? So I started teaching. So after a few months, again she called me. Again she told, you have to take another class, one more class. So I started to teach.
Music class.
Yes.
And do you still sing?
No, because I have some problem to the throat. My vocal cord is damaged now. For that I did lots of treatment. And here our doctors did treatment first. And they couldn't help me. After that they referred me to Jipmar hospital, to ENT department. There also doctors did so many tests. Lastly, they also couldn't find anything. Then they referred to speech therapy department. They also did so many examination. After that, they told your vocal cord is damaged. You have to stop singing. From that time, I have stopped singing.
What friends do you have here at the present time? People who are close to you.
Actually, first when I came as a visitor, no, not visitor, when I came here to stay permanently, one day I was sitting in front of Samadhi. Then someone called me Rekha. Then I saw she is my school friend. But she could remember my name, but I couldn't remember her name. I told, I have forgotten your name. Still, you can remember my name. And then she told, yes, I am Shapna. So from that time, we are friends from our childhood. So I am very close with her.
Anyone else?
Anyone else? Actually, I have so many works. This painting, music, few days is stopped. Otherwise, sometimes stitching, then press work. Then sometimes I write also. I have habit to write after travel, after visit the place. If I go somewhere after visit the place, I write. I have habit. That was published in Purodha.
You write in Bengali?
Bengali. I wrote in Bengali.
And poetry or prose?
Poetry, no poetry.
No poetry. And can you write also in English?
English
Some stories, some reminiscences?
doesn't come.
Okay. Well, this has been wonderful talking with you. Very special afternoon. And so good to hear those wonderful stories.
Thank
Can
you.
you tell me a little bit more about Ranganathan?
Ranganathan.
Because I'm very close to him.
Because actually just now I saw him. He was
Yeah,
coming.
you mentioned, yes.
Yeah, he was coming cycling. And I asked Rangada, how are you? Then I saw her handle is so I told, okay, I shall talk with you afterwards. I shall talk afterwards.
But when he was the manager, did you work with him?
He was manager in the press. That time only I was, yes, first as a visitor when I used to come, that time Omiyo Ganguly was manager. But when I came here permanently, that time Rangada was manager. He had very strong personality. He was very, very skillful. Actually,
Very
he was
what?
very, very skillful. Very, very. He was actually capable. And he was to work so nicely. And his personality was so strong that if his presence only enough to be conscious about our work. Such type of personality he had.
Well, now he's
But
going...
now his health is deteriorated too much. He's not even half, more than less.
He was strong, yeah?
Very strong, very stout figure he had. Now, not even 1/4 what he had before.
I think that's true of many of us.
Why?
We get older.
But when supermental will come, that time I will not be.
Exactly.
Will be remain same,
Yes.
young,
Yes.
knowledge.
Correct. Thank you, Rekha.
Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaskar.
Namaste all.